Hello, this is Suga. I was an Armstrong scholar this summer, and I just wanted to film this short video to tell you a little bit more about my trip, how it sort of changed my outlook in life, and just really how beneficial it was for me personally. So, I, whenever I talk about Armstrong, it's always so hard to explain how something could be so magical and joyful and just be so crazy all at the same time. But essentially, what it was a 70-mile backpacking trip with 12 other really wonderful women and two amazing instructors. And we were challenged both mentally and physically, but most importantly, we built this camaraderie that I know will really be very present in my life for basically the rest of my life. Just the bonds I have with these girls and just the lessons I took and just like meeting the mentors. I think the biggest takeaway I got from this trip is that joy is not something that is sort of given or thrown at you. It's not something that just like falls on your hand, goes boing, now you have joy. It's something that one consciously chooses to make. I remember my school announcement says this thing like every single day, make it a good day or not, the choice is yours. And everyone thought it was the cheesiest thing ever. Like, oh yeah, you can say that. Like, that's so easy. But it has never run truer for me on this trip because everyone was just so affectiously optimistic. We would wake up to the warmth of sunshine and just be so grateful. Grateful for the fact that we had each other's company, grateful for the flowers, grateful for the sky, grateful for the breeze. We were grateful for everything. And everyone was just so openly gracious and open to giving gratitude and expressing thanks and like taking it. It was just it was a really positive environment for me personally to go through, especially after a very stressful junior year at very competitive Bay Area high schools where that type of environment and vibe is probably not the norm. And I guess that just really nourished my heart. That was it was just not I was just not used to being heard so much positivity going around. So I guess that was the first thing. So being joyful is a choice, not not just like a state you turn. Well, it is a choice and it is a state you can turn on. And I think the second thing is, I guess because we were outdoors, I felt like existentialism really resonated with me. Because I guess in my daily life, I don't get that much time to think about myself, to figure out what I really want to do, because every day I'm just doing this, that. But during my trip, we were able to spend some time by ourselves doing nothing essentially, do a lot of hiking and backpacking. So I really got to hang out with myself and think about it. And I guess the biggest thing is that I cannot live life passively because I guess meaning doesn't just fall on you that way. Like you have to seek very you have to constantly be active in the search for meaning. And I think that was something I really engaged in a lot, especially on days where I was just like, well, what is the point of this? I hate these mosquitoes. I hate this trail. I'm so tired. It's just nothing is worth it. Like you need to constantly be active in the search for meaning, and that's how you imbue sort of all the things you do with purpose and happiness and hope and joy. And that was just such a big takeaway for me. Like I think Armstrong Scholars really rejuvenated my own purpose and meaning for life, even though I still have no idea what it is, but what I know is that it's something I'm going to seek for rather than just sort of blandly wait and be this sort of complacent type of figure. And I guess the last thing is, like, the one motto we talked about was Gulp Life, and like everyone has a different meaning for that. But I think what I took out of Gulp Life for me is to don't just wait for opportunities. Even if opportunities aren't offered to you, create your own. And even if you're rejected from opportunities, go appeal. You can always find a way out of it no matter what. You should always just sort of live life to the fullest, because time is so limited and you want to do everything and meet all the people, get to know them, get to know the people who are around you. And it was such a wonderful and magical 2 weeks that I guess touched me on so many levels. On the physical level, it challenged me. On the mental level, it also challenged me, just like keeping forward and dealing with all the harsh weather and trying to keep myself sane. But I guess most importantly, it imbued me with a very, very full heart, a heart full of joy, heart full of soul, and a heart ready to seek meaning and take on life again. So that's what Armstrong Scholars did personally for me. And if you're someone who's looking for a meaningful summer experience, I really, really encourage you to consider Armstrong Scholar, because it changed my life and I know it will change yours too.